Hey everybody, so I will have a channel update coming out here very soon, but today's video is going to be a concept I thought up about how I would like to see an exotic Fatebringer quest implemented in Destiny. So I want to answer two questions for you before I get into the quest steps, and those are why Fatebringer and why Fatebringer should be the last exotic we get in Destiny. So Fatebringer, quite simply put, it was what Gjallarhorn is to heavy is what Fatebringer was to primaries. This gun's legacy was so strong, people brought it as a year one gun, as a vanilla weapon, into the first DLC, The Dark Below, into the raid because it was so powerful. Fatebringer had such utility in the fact that it had Outlaw, had Firefly, Hammerforged, explosive rounds. This gun was the works back in year one. It did everything it needed to do and better. Of course, this was pre-range nerf, so it could hit enemies from across the map, whether in PvE or PvP. It reloaded insanely quickly, provided you hit your headshots. And with Firefly, it gave utility to cleaning up ads and as well as cleaning up extra people in PvP. This gun was such a powerhouse, and I genuinely think that it would be the best way to send off Destiny 1, because Destiny 1, as we know, is coming to a close very soon. Destiny 2 is alleged to be released in fall of 2017, so we're still a year away. And my proposition for this quest is to be a very long, arduous quest to cover the next few months up until Destiny 2's release, or the coming months up until Destiny 2's release. Alright, so how do we make Fatebringer into an exotic? My philosophy is for this gun to be the final endgame drop and to make it extremely strong in PvE as well as viable in PvP. The point of this gun is to see Destiny and our Guardians off as overpowered beings with an overpowered arsenal, so Fatebringer, Gjallarhorn as an example. So, as an exotic Fatebringer, in my mind, it would come with these perks. It would come with all of the perks it natively rolled with in year one, Hammerforged, Outlaw, Firefly, Explosive Rounds, etc., but also one intrinsic perk, or two intrinsic perks, sorry, the first one being called the Legend. Now, the way you activate this perk is by killing two enemies in a single clip, and it will last for 10 seconds. The first benefit it grants you is increased damage to minions of the darkness. The second, aiming down sights, doubles effective range. The third, slight increase to inner accuracy, and the fourth, of course, being slight increase to rate of fire. But there will also be an additional perk called the Trinity, where you can choose which burn you put on the weapon, so you can choose between Solar, Void, or Arc. However, these perks will be unlocked separately from the gun, and that's where the quest steps come in. The quests will have two separate paths, one PvE, one PvP, and upon completing either one in whichever order you want, of these quest trees, you'll get the Fatebringer as an exotic with the Legend perk already on it. But if you want the secondary perk, Trinity, on it, you'll need to complete both quest trees, giving everyone the opportunity to get the gun, but only the most dedicated players can really bring it to its full potential, and will also get a name change at that point, where the gun will be simply named Destiny. The way I imagine the steps playing out in PvP is first you're going to get a record book that has each step logged in, and you can complete each step out of order whenever you want. It's all about choices here. I want to make sure that the quest is accessible in multiple ways where you're not confined to having to do one thing before moving on to the other, because when things are linear, they tend to get kind of boring, especially when you can't change things up a bit. So you're going to get a record book, and every encounter that you have to complete, like let's say for example, I have a step here that says to complete the Vault of Glass at light level 400, the way to make it more difficult is you have to complete Vault of Glass at light level 400 with a year 1 hand cannon equipped. Now, an idea I do have is for you to be able to get random drops from killing enemies called buffs, or boons, I guess you could call them, where they will increase your primary damage by double. So effectively, it will help you to there'll be random drops from enemies to help you get through these quest steps, because they will get difficult as we go further. So just to clarify on that, you will have to use a year 1 hand cannon to get all of these steps done. And enemies that you're fighting, whether they be in the raid or in the wild, will have a chance to drop a buff for your year 1 primaries to give you double damage, just to help offset the difficulty there, because at 365 doing Wrath of the Machine at 400 is going to be very difficult. So it's just a way to help out, just to help keep things somewhat balanced without you having to pull your hair out. So let's go down the steps. Step number 1, complete 100 patrols on each planet or location. Like I said, this is meant to be done over a very, very long time, maybe over an entire summer or an entire year, just until Destiny 2 comes out. Step 2, complete 100 strikes of any kind, so Nightfall, Heroic, or Regular. We wouldn't want to have a similar situation where the record book wasn't counting Heroic mode strikes. Number 3, complete the new epic Black Garden story mission at light level 400 with no revives, solo only, with a year 1 hand cannon equipped. Number 4, complete the Vault of Glass in Heroic, light level 400 with Year 1 hand cannon. Defeat Crota's End with a Year 1 hand cannon. Kill Skolas with a Year 1 hand cannon. And all of these, of course, are going to be light level 400 Heroic. And then number 7, complete 3 light level 400 Antiquated Runes. Complete King's Fall, light level 400 with the Year 1 hand cannon equipped. And complete 3 light level 400 Perfected Siva offerings, with the last 2 steps being to finish the Wrath of the Machine Heroic, light level 400 with the Year 1 hand cannon. And last but not least, just generally defeating 50,000 minions of the darkness. And this will wrap up PvE. Like I said, this is meant to be done over a very long time, and it's meant to be difficult. So you get your buddies, you get the community to come together to find strategies to get this done the easiest way possible. Another thing to remember is once you finish one of these quest trees, you will of course get the gun. So if you complete the PvE side or the PvP side, upon completion of one of them, you'll get the gun with the legend perk unlocked. But like I said before, if you want to get the Trinity perk and to get the name change to make it into the exotic called simply Destiny, you'll have to complete both. So with that introduction, we are going to be talking about PvP. In the realm of PvP, you might be asking yourself, what steps could I possibly be thinking of for the Crucible? Well, I do have a few ideas. And remember, the idea behind this whole thing is time and difficulty. And what is more difficult in Destiny PvP than going out of your comfort zone? So, step 1 is going to be win 10 matches of each permanent Crucible game mode, as well as Trials, even though Trials isn't every day. It does come around on a very regular schedule. The reason I want to exclude things like combined arms is because you never know exactly when they're going to pop up, or for example like doubles or something. Like I said, you don't know when they're going to come up. It might be completely random. They might only come back once and you'll never get it. You'll never get a chance to finish it again. That's kind of lame. So I will be excluding those in these steps. Number 2, achieve 10 flawless tickets in the Trials of Osiris. Number 3, get 100 kills with each type of primary hand cannon, scout, auto, pulse. Excluding the Vex, I'm not going to make you get the Vex again because of RNG. If you can't get lucky enough to get that gun, well then you're screwed, and that's not right. So I want to take RNG out of the equation as much as possible. But you will have to get 100 kills No Land Beyond and with the Universal Remote. Because there are 3 of coins, you can kind of offset that RNG, and Xur has sold these weapons plenty of times before. So I really think that it wouldn't be too outlandish to require 100 No Land kills and 100 Universal kills. Step 4, kill 500 Guardians of each class in the Crucible, so 500 Titans, 500 Hunters, 500 Warlocks. Number 5, achieve a 10.0 KD in a Crucible match. And number 6 is where things are going to start getting pretty darn difficult. 6, earn 5 Phantom medals. 7, earn 5 Breaker medals. 8, earn a We Ran Out of Medals medal, which is a 25 kill streak. And 9 is Prevail Unbroken 3 times, which is at least 3 games where you go at least 15-0. Phantom, of course, gets 7 kills without anyone seeing you or shooting at you. And Breakers are 4 kills. So that's pretty darn difficult. Breakers don't come around the Crucible too often unless you're a Stormcaller. Phantoms are pretty scarce. We Ran Out of Medals is pretty darn legendary in my opinion. And Unbrokens are just always a treat to get, and they're very difficult to go for. So I really think that these steps could be workable in Trials. The only thing that would suck is if Destiny's matchmaking doesn't change too much, people will be able to cheese a lot of these. But some stuff like get 10 flawless tickets, I really think that that's something that can still be done even with the DDoSing going around. Bungie just needs to crack down on that. Once they do, I'm pretty sure that'll be a fair requirement for the gun. That's just my opinion, though. So that's PvP. Let me know what you guys think of that below. And with that, we are getting into our conclusion. Everything we just talked about, the quest steps, the record books, the ideas, again, these are all just concepts I came up with to get an exotic Fatebringer hand cannon, which I would like to be called simply Destiny. In my opinion, it is the quintessential primary weapon in the game, and you can't ever go wrong with the Fatebringer. And if we could bring that back into year 3, that would be awesome. It'd be a great way to see off the game. The very last exotic we get is one of the very first that we started with. And it would just be a nostalgia trip all the way. So let me know what you guys think down below. I'd love to hear it. What steps do you think are stupid? What steps would you like to see implemented? Who knows? Maybe Bungie has something up their sleeves. We can only hope. Fingers crossed, guys. This is something I really want to see. It's something I'm really passionate about. That's why I made a video about it. So let me know what you guys think down below. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Well, I guess now that the video is over and I've gotten my ideas across, I guess I could give you some type of insight as to how the lore would explain it. And I think it would be cool to take a page out of the Gjallarhorn book, where if you're familiar with the lore behind the Gjallarhorn, it was forged from the armor of the fallen guardians at the Twilight Gap, or at least that's a brief paraphrasing of what it was, or what the grimoire says. So, the new exotic Fatebringer, what I want to be called Destiny, could be similar, but for the Guardians that defeated Atheon, beat Crota, Axis, Oryx, all that stuff. So that's how I would justify it in a lore sense. Let me know what you guys think. And thank you again. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll have some more stuff coming for you soon. Thank you.